Welcome to Kendall O'Brien. I'm Kendall and this is Mr. O'Brien. He likes the Patriots just like me.
Well, Kendall, back in the studio for week 2, and Patriots are off to a 1-3 start.
Yeah, of course they are.
Third time in 3 years they've started off 1-3. Cowboys recap from last week, Kendall. What happened in that game?
What happened was the offense needs to step up. The defense needs to step up. I mean, obviously, when Judon and Gonzalez go down, you need to have a player that needs to step up, put their helmet on, and go right in.
I agree with you. The injuries hurt. Judon and Gonzalez both out. There was a strip sack. There was a pick six. They just couldn't seem to get anything going at all, Kendall.
Yeah, they just couldn't seem to get anything going on. Obviously, when you have Judon and Gonzalez go down, it stinks. But, obviously you have J.C. Jackson re-signing back today, which is a good thing.
It is. It's big. I think with a game like that, Kendall, they just have to, what they say, bury the ball, right? And then just be done with it and move on to next week.
Yep.
Mac Jones, he got benched in that game. What are your thoughts on that?
What are my thoughts on that? I don't think he deserves it.
You don't think he should have been benched?
No, I don't think he should have been benched at all. He's a good quarterback, and I think he should have been able to prove to himself.
Yeah, I do disagree with you, Kendall, on that one, and the reason why is because I feel like he just couldn't really get anything going, even as I got into the third quarter. He was benched, but he'll be back next week.
Yeah, he'll be back next week.
And he'll have another chance to prove himself, right?
Yep.
So we'll see what happens next week. Bill O'Brien, is he responsible for any of this with the offense right now?
Well, obviously, I think he is. Obviously, he needs to figure out how he can not get the offense line hurt. Obviously, offense needs to step up. They did not look that good in Dallas, but there's always next week.
Okay, I agree with you, Kendall. I think he gets a little bit of a pass because it's still only 4 games into the season, but we'll keep an eye on this to see how this progresses, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next week, actually this coming weekend, Patriots versus Saints, big game.
Yeah, big game.
What's big about this game, Kendall?
What's big about this game is I'm going to my first one.
That's awesome. Kendall is going to her first Patriots game at Gillette Stadium versus Saints. All right. Fantastic. That's exciting. You're going to bring back lots of pictures?
Yeah, I'm going to bring back lots of pictures and all that good stuff.
Okay. We're going to have some first-hand accounts of what's going on at the game, right? You're going to bring that back to the studio next week.
True.
Okay. So speaking of the Saints, do the Pats have a chance to win this week?
Yeah, I think they got a chance to win this week. I think it's going to be 21-14, a close one. But, if Mac can play like how he did in New York, they can win this one. They got a good chance.
I agree. I think they have a good chance. I hope it's an exciting game for you to watch, all right? But I really do hope they win big, okay? Is there anybody that we have to be worried about on the Saints?
Yeah, Cam Jordan is a really good guy for the Saints. He's a good defensive player. Obviously, you don't want Matt to get sacked by him. That would stink. But, obviously, you got a lot of good players on the Saints, like Alvin Kamara is good too. So you don't have to worry about them.
Okay. So if the Patriots can pull off a win this week, okay, they'll be 2-3. All right. Look at their schedule moving forward. They have the Raiders, then the Bills, then the Dolphins after the Saints. I think they can go 2-2 in this 4-game stretch.
I definitely agree with you on that one. I think they could go 2-2. Obviously, it'd be nice to go get 3 more wins, but it's a tough schedule.
Yeah, it is a tough schedule, and we were talking earlier, but it's a crazy AFC East, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a crazy AFC East. You got the Jets winning to Buffalo the first game of the season. Then you got the Patriots losing to the Dolphins, and then you got the Dolphins winning over the Broncos 70 to whatever the score was, and then now you got the Bills beating Miami, which I wasn't surprised about that one.
Well, so now when you look at this, if they can beat the Saints and the Raiders, okay, they have the Bills again. All right, the Bills are a really good team. We know the Bills are a good team, okay? But there's always a rivalry there, right? There's always excitement surrounding that game.
There was always a rivalry in Miami, too, when you always play them.
Yeah, and then they have the Dolphins again after that. So they already got beat by the Dolphins, so you hope there'll be a little spark there, right?
Yeah, hopefully there will be a little spark, watch that film, see what they can do better the second time around.
I think in a perfect world, it would be great if they went 4-0 against those teams. I think 2-2 is probably more realistic, but we'll see how this unfolds.
I think there's a good chance they can beat Buffalo. Buffalo is good, but, Josh Allen's getting up there in days, so, obviously there's a good shot they can beat them.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Around the league, Kendall, look at all these teams. As Eagles and 49ers are still 4-0. We have a couple of other teams that are 3-1, or a few other teams: Lions, Bills, Ravens, Tampa. Who do you have as a solid Patriots aside? Who do you have as a solid Super Bowl contender?
Well, I have the Niners winning this one, going to the Super Bowl. You know, obviously it'd be nice for them to go back to the Super Bowl. Brock Purdy's looking really good. Like,
Yeah.
no interceptions like the first 4 games of the year, which is really good for them.
Yeah, as we were ending our shows at the end of last year, we were talking a lot about Brock Purdy, then he got hurt, right?
Yeah, now he's back.
He's back, and he looks really good, actually. So that's really it for Around the League. I really hope that you have a great time at the game this week.
I will.
And lots of excitement. Hope it's a Patriots win.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Bring a lot of knowledge back to the studio for us.
Because it'd be a long car ride. It would be a long ride home if they would lose.
It will, with all that traffic down there in Foxboro.
Yeah.
Real quick, Wildcat football, tough loss to Cape last week, but they play Freiburg at home this Friday. So hoping for a big crowd at that game.
Yeah, hopefully looking for a big crowd that one. You know, obviously you want a big crowd for the Wildcats.
Yeah.
No, you want a good one.
Absolutely. Hopefully there's a big crowd for that. And it's time now for our up or down. We only have a few here, Kendall. Straight off the top, will the Patriots beat the Saints this week?
Yes, I want them to beat the Saints as I'm going.
Okay, up on that one. I have to do this one again. Mac Jones, is he still the guy after last week's game? You going to go thumbs up?
Yeah, I'm doing thumbs up.
I'm going to kind of go like in the middle a little bit.
I think he's still the guy. You know, obviously he had an off one there in Dallas, but you know, obviously he's ready for a fresh start.
Okay, well, we'll see how this week goes. The last one. Kendall knows more than Mr. O'Brien about football. I'll go with that. I agree as well. I can say yes for sure on that one.
I can say yes for that one.
So we'll see how this week unfolds for the Patriots, and we thank you for tuning into our show. Please like us on YouTube, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
So this week.